Thank you very much, Madam Chair and Ranking Member Cole. Appreciate it. And Secretary, thank you so much for being here. Just this month, we celebrated the 12th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act, and I just wanted to quickly congratulate you on that anniversary because I know you were an instrumental part of those bills, making sure they got signed into law, and even as the California Attorney General in defending those laws. A key piece of the Affordable Care Act was its protections from discrimination for the LGBTQ plus community seeking health care. Can you talk a little bit about how your team at HHS is continuing to build on these protections and further expanding care for this community? And a related question, if I can, as you know, across the country, many states are passing laws that harm youth, especially transgender youth. I want to thank you for your commitment to these kids and ensuring that they receive the health care they need. What kind of outreach and support is HHS providing to stakeholders in states where these attacks on LGBTQ plus youth are taking place?
Congressman, appreciate the question, and it sort of goes to the question that Congressman Harris asked earlier. I believe you're referencing Section 1557 of the Affordable Care Act law, where it provides for protections for Americans against any type of discrimination in the healthcare setting. We are going to do everything we can to make sure we are protecting people's rights that they have under law, under the Constitution, whether it is the right of an LGBTQ person or whether it's someone who is claiming that there has been a violation of their religious freedom. We will do everything we can within our Office of Civil Rights to protect those rights of Americans. We know that there are a number of individuals and families that are under attack these days on LGBTQ basis. We are out there trying to inform people of their rights. We're trying to make sure providers know of their legal obligations, and we are ready to step in if someone comes forward with a legitimate complaint demonstrating facts of violation of the law. We'll jump on it.
Great. No, I appreciate that. Thank you. Also, one thing I think that's really been highlighted through COVID is our nation's mental health. In one area specifically, there was a congressional initiative around the National Suicide Designation Act, which is going to designate the 988 number, emergency number, to be rolled out this summer. Can you talk a little bit how your agency is looking at educating the public on that, and how this budget will provide funding to have a broad campaign so public can understand this? And again, a related question, in my state of Wisconsin, I think 89% of the calls are going from local crisis centers, about 11% get routed to the national. Just how that support and the importance of those local crisis centers fits into this.
So, Congressman, as you're probably aware, suicide is the leading cause of death of young Americans and young adults in this country. We're in a crisis. COVID exposed just how much mental stress so many of our families are going through. I believe half of American parents report that their children are thinking of suicide. It is a crisis, and fortunately, the president has not only decided that it's a priority, but he's putting money behind it as well in his budget. We have invested over $300 million in trying to help states help us patch together what is the existing set of suicide prevention centers that are available throughout the country. We finally, through your good work in Congress, we now have the ability to talk about suicide prevention by something akin to what we think of in terms of an emergency response. Everyone knows 911. If you're in an emergency, you call 911. Well, if you're facing a mental health emergency, now you'll get to call 988. And if you call 988, we want to make sure you've got not just a supportive hand, but a professional hand ready to assist you. And so what we're doing is we're working with states throughout the country to make sure everyone's ready. This will not be a national federal government-run hotline. It will be brought together by the federal government with the president's support for this. And what we're hoping to do is make sure that if you call 988, you don't find a busy signal or you don't get put on hold, that you will actually get assistance, because you're reaching out at a time when you could have gone the other direction and just said, I'm just going to end this thing. We want to make sure that when you reach out, we're there.
Yeah, very important initiative. I don't think in 16 seconds I can ask another question fairly, so I'll submit those. Madam Chair, I'll yield back. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you.